Some trips begin long before you board the flight. We've been hearing about Bhutan for years, the happiest country, the kingdom that limits its own visitors. Today, we finally find out why. And that's a touchdown at Bagdogra, right at the foothills. From here, there's no more flying, just road and whatever it decides to show us. Tea gardens, the first hills, the air already feels different. Every kilometer now, we are a little closer to the border. Somewhere on this road, India quietly turns into Bhutan. By the time we reach Funsholing, it's dinner time. Our first night in a new country, even if it doesn't quite feel like it yet. Tonight we just eat, sleep, and wait for one stamp. Tomorrow that stamp makes it official. That's when the real story starts. Somewhere behind these walls, our passports get the one stamp that makes this trip official. 10 minutes inside, and we are officially cleared into Bhutan. The road to Thimphu starts now. Grey skies, but Bhutan doesn't seem to mind. Everything around us is impossibly green. The roads are still wet from last night's rain, and up ahead, the clouds aren't just sitting in the sky anymore. We are about to drive straight into them. For a few seconds, the world outside just disappears. Then it clears, just enough to catch a waterfall we almost missed. Then another. Bhutan doesn't seem to run out of these. Every bend opens into a new valley, half hidden in mist. The clouds keep brushing the road, like they are as curious about us as we are about them. Thimphu is still a few hours away, and nobody in the car seems to mind the wait. Because the weather, the smooth roads, the greenery all around, kept us completely occupied. And we were enjoying each and every turn on the road. And now we have Gedo College of Business Studies. Even from the road, the colors and the neatness are hard to miss. We couldn't help but wonder how lucky these students are, getting to study with this as their everyday view. If it were me, I'd pick the seat by the window and let the syllabus wait for a while. Those rows of plain white flags on the hillside aren't just for decoration. In Bhutan, families raise these white tall flags called manithar after someone in the family has passed away, sometimes as many as 108 of them. Each one is believed to carry the person's prayers on the wind, helping guide their soul towards a peaceful rebirth. A quiet kind of memorial scattered across almost every hillside in the country. And then we saw a huge boulder sitting on the side of the road. Our driver mentioned almost too casually that this stretch is known for rolling boulders and sudden landslides. Nobody in the car said much after that. He noticed the silence before we did. And just like that, struck up a conversation to pull us right out of our heads.
इसके बाद फिर मैंने खुद बनाया आप लोग के लिए। आप लोग को ऊपर देखो आने वाला है बारिश है
So, talent number one. Turns out our driver can sing. Singing Bollywood number like he wrote it himself. And that's when something clicked. Almost everyone we'd met since Funsholing understood Hindi. Not just understood, they knew the songs, the movies, sometimes whole dialogues, word for word. Bollywood apparently travels a lot further than we ever realized. Quick stop and easily one of the most beautiful waterfalls on the route so far. From here, though, the landscape starts to shift. The valleys get steeper, the road narrower. In a few stretches, you can actually see where the mountain has taken some of the road back. More than once, we had to stop and just wait, letting a few rolling boulders cross before we could move again. Scared and amazed, somehow at the exact same time. And every time the fear crept in, the view outside the window pulled our attention right back. These colorful flags are everywhere in Bhutan: bridges, mountain passes, even rooftops. Five colors always strung in the same order: blue, white, red, green, yellow, each one standing for sky, air, fire, water, and earth. People hang them for happiness, good health, and good fortune, and believe the wind carries those prayers out to everyone, not just themselves. And against all this green, they don't just carry meaning, they look like they were made for the camera. Maybe the most photogenic blessing in the world. At this point in time, we were just 29 kilometers away from Thimphu, and we still couldn't resist one more stop. Down in the valley, a stream, and even from this height, the water was clear enough to see straight through it. The stream bed, the round rocks, every detail laid out untouched. No traffic, no noise, not even a haze in the air. For a few minutes, it genuinely felt like time was moving slower than everywhere else. Somewhere on the stretch, the roadside turned into a tiny marketplace. Fruits and vegetables in colors we hadn't seen back home. We pulled over for a closer look, and that's where we found it. Strings of chugo, Bhutan's famous yak cheese. It's considered one of the hardest cheeses in the world, and honestly, after trying it, we believe every word. Some say it takes about 30 minutes of steady chewing before it actually softens. Ours felt like it was still negotiating terms by the end of the day. Worth it though. Once you actually get through a piece, it's strangely addictive. And then we entered Thimphu city. It genuinely looks like someone painted it onto a canvas this size. Mountains wrapped around the whole city like a frame, and every building inside it carrying the unmistakable Bhutanese color and pattern. The roads are wide but somehow still calm. No honking, no chaos. Bridges arch over the river streams, cutting right through the heart of it. What a city to end the day in! By the time we reach our stay, day 2 is officially done. But Thimphu, we've barely even started with you.